I have been having a lot of dreams about receiving a ton of money. But what does this mean? Let's do some dream work and figure it out. Hello dreamers, my name's Lisa and I'm the Dreamwork coach. Have you ever dreamed of receiving a ton of money? I have, actually a lot lately. So let's dive in and try to figure out what all of this means. Like, should I go ahead and purchase that safety deposit box at the bank yet?
Vault 687.
So in one of my dreams, there was $15 million to be made in three $5 million increments. I was doing this with somebody, and I'm not sure if he or I or both of us would get the money, but it was a pretty exciting dream either way. And in the same dream, I could receive $1 million by winning a contest that I was guaranteed to win. And in another one of my recent money dreams, someone gave me a check for $199,000, but I knew it was actually for $300,000. In yet another one of these money dreams, I had paper money. I had stacks of $100 bills, and they were big. Like, the money itself was like big and rectangular and way bigger than a normal bill would be, and super colorful, all the colors of the rainbow. And they were really fancy too. And then I had a few other dreams that weren't about money in particular, like actual tangible money, but I was filthy rich. So in one of these dreams where I was like filthy rich, I lived in a house that was so big that I had my own hair salon. And my whole kitchen was made out of chrome, just because it could be. My driveway was an airport runway. I mean, this house was elaborate. Over the top elaborate, and that was the whole point. The whole point of the house was just to be over the top and elaborate. But the funniest part of this dream is that my prized possession was a blue 5-gallon Lowe's bucket because it was the rarest object on earth. And apparently, in order to own it, you had to be as filthy dripping rich as I was. And so I had that. That was my prized possession over anything else that I owned. And then in my last, like, rich, being super rich dream, I had so much money that I had a ring, a gold ring engraved for everything I ever did. Like for every, not even milestone, just everything I did. Like, did I make it to work today? I would have a ring engraved for that. I ate lunch, engrave it on a ring. Like, these were gold, gaudy rings with gemstones. And one of the rings that I had said, 0 was a great place to be. So I had a fancy ring engraved just to say that. That's how much expendable income I had. So my feelings when I wake up, usually when I wake up from these dreams, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I'm feeling nice and comfortable and rich and content. The reality check here is I am not rich, and neither is my family. I hardly ever wear jewelry at all, let alone like fancy gaudy gold rings that are engraved with like gemstones and stuff like that. And even if I did have like a ton of money, I wouldn't want a chrome kitchen, and I wouldn't want a massive house or a salon. I don't paint my fingernails. The last time I got my hair cut was over a year ago. And a runway in my driveway, I wouldn't want that stuff. So that just tells me that these dreams are very over the top. They're very abundant. Like, this is abundance beyond any abundance I could ever imagine is what I'm dreaming about. And could this happen someday? Could I come across $15 million? Yeah, it could happen. Anything could happen. And I sure hope so, because that would be pretty cool. I know this is a meaningful dream because I've been having it so much lately. And the amount of money and richness in the dreams, it keeps going up. It keeps getting more elaborate. So I know it's trying to tell me something. All right, so let's work with this dream a little bit. Looking at this symbolically, what does money mean? I mean, money opens up things for you, right? Like, money represents abundance. Abundance? It represents the opposite of a lack of something. You know, you can pretty much do anything when you have $15 million. So looking at this symbolically, the free-flowing money, all of this money being freely gifted to me, it indicates richness, not of monetary value, but richness, just richness in life, feeling rich. Like I'm receiving riches from a lot of different sources in my life. Riches and gifts and stability and abundance. So I've made a lot of changes in my life in the past year or so. Like I'm working on this channel now, and I am a Dreamwork coach now. And referring back to my dream of all the elaborate rings, where 0 is a great place to be. So like even being at 0, at the starting point, at the very bottom with nothing, I am still the richest girl on the block. So everything is lined up great, and it does feel, to me, I feel very rich at heart being able to do this with you guys. To be able to do this it feels abundant, it feels rich. You can have nothing, but if you are in line with your purpose, you can open the gates and the riches will flow. So if you are dreaming about receiving a lot of money, maybe stop to consider how many riches you might be surrounded by in life. I would have to say it's a very good dream to have, and for me, it indicates how supported and rich that I feel, and how much on the right path I must be. Also, part of me is really hoping that these are premonition dreams and $15 million is on its way to me right now. I asked about this in one of my dream groups and was given the advice that sometimes dreams of specific amounts of money can sometimes be taken literally as well as symbolically. So I do have that to hold on to. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe and share this with your friends. And until next time, happy dreaming.